So today's video is going to be a little different, as you can obviously tell. This is going to be a sit down and talk video, and I want to go over a few things. It's not like anyone asked me to, but I just want to go over them. The first is why and what is Pacher and the Posse, and I also want to touch a little bit about why VLOGMAS, and those two will sort of flow into one another, I think. So Pacher and the Posse, to really talk about this, I kind of have to take you back and start from the very beginning. I was 20 years old and I was a junior in college and I was pregnant. But I didn't have anyone around me that was in a similar situation or had already gone through that. No one close to me. So I really was alone in my journey, and I felt fine at first, but then it became harder and a bit of a struggle during the middle of the pregnancy, towards the end, and definitely into, you know, the nitty-gritty hard manual labor of mothering. I read books, I had the internet to, you know, Google and search any questions and concerns I may have had, but I also found YouTube, and it really became a community for me. It was so helpful and supportive to be able to witness other mothers, to witness other families going through similar situations, to just watch and learn. And after I had my child, after I, you know, became a mother for a while, I kind of felt like I could do that too. Like I could give back to this community that helped me, and I could be a voice and I could be an example to someone else that might be able to watch and kind of follow along and grow and learn and understand that they're not alone, or to ask questions, you know, or to venture into something that they never would have thought about. You know, just everything and anything. And if I could just be of help for one person, I feel like that would be enough for me, because I just keep remembering me. I keep remembering that person that was so lost, that was confused and alone. So to keep this story as short as possible, Pacher and the Posse is the third blog that I started. The first one didn't go very far, and the second one, notifications, and the second one documented the journey that my family and I had when we went and lived in Taiwan for a while. It documented, you know, just our daily lives. And Pacher and the Posse, I went into it with this ideal. It was going to be purposeful, it was going to be helpful, it was going to be intentional. Like everything that I put out was going to be intentional for something. And then at the end of this year, I had to go back to my Taiwan blog, and I had to update and transfer things onto the new platform that I was using, the new website that I was, or the website that I was using, but they were, you know, updating a lot of things, and I had to make that shift, and I kept delaying it for the longest time until like the day before it was, you know, not possible anymore to do that. I sat down and I just read the blog. I just went through the blog, and I missed it. I missed that, the way that I documented our lives. I just felt like, you know, I wonder if I should do that with Pacher and the Posse, because I was already really having this battle of always reviewing and screening everything that I thought about, everything that I put out, everything that I wrote down, every idea. It was just like, is this enough? Is this enough content? Is this helpful? Is it worthwhile to anyone at all? And then going back to my Taiwan blog, I realized that it was nice. It was like a breath of fresh air to be able to watch the journey of someone and to learn that way. I could do what I wanted to do with Pacher and the Posse, but I could do it in an unintentionally intentional way. And I feel like a lot of the times that's how I grew the most in my motherhood and homeschool journey, and I'm still growing, but when I grow the most is when I just watch someone, right, do the things that you are trying to do, and just watch them, not necessarily be told what to do or how to do it, but to watch how they do it. Because you start to understand their personality, you start to understand the values, their beliefs, you start to understand their schedule, their routines, and the personalities of their family, and you see how that meshes, and you see how it doesn't mesh, and you kind of reflect on yourself. And so with Pacher and the Posse, I'm trying to do Vlogmas, or I want to do Vlogmas, because I thought, why not try to intentionally help someone out, right? It's not like I'm trying to teach anything, but just to help. Whether that's just to sit and watch, and like at the end of the day you're folding laundry and watching something, or to you know, what did we do? Snowflakes. To have this, oh, we could do that too, even though you weren't the one that went out to find the, you know, site or whatever, but it's like, oh, now I know that it's out there, you know. So anyways, Vlogmas is the challenge. It's the challenge for me to first and foremost put and push content out there, because it's so easy to just say I'm too tired. It's so easy to say, oh, the lighting is bad, or it's past a certain time, and so, you know, this it's too late, or we have this and that to do. It's just so easy to push things like that aside with those excuses, and then also to put myself back in that place where I'm just documenting, I'm just sharing, and I don't have to try so hard, right? I don't have to try so hard to try to give something worthwhile. I just have to be myself and show what I show. And if someone picks up something, that's great. If someone doesn't pick up something, no big deal either. Yeah. So with all of that said, I think and hopefully that answers why and what Pacher and the Posse is, as well as why Vlogmas. Alright. Kids are hungry. Alright. Alright.
It's me! Does he know? Wait, what it is? Take the knot out.
Got it now?
Yeah.
You know how to do it?
Gotta stay away from the whispers. I'm so excited.
Oh, it's green.
Read a Christmas book! I was
You guys get excited about everything.
Yeah,
Because
it's
Christmas.
Read a Christmas book.
Just breathe. I'll find the surface shortly. I won't let
Christmas
it
time
take
was here.
hold
Soft
of
snowflakes floated down from the sky. The sweet sound of carols. What director? asked Patty. Charlie Brown, Lucy replied. Oh no, we're doomed. In spite of my outward appearance, I shall try to run a neat inn. Lucy went over to Snoopy. You'll have to be all the animals in our play, Lucy told him, to set the mood for the first scene. But as soon as Schroeder started playing, everyone started dancing again. Lucy and Charlie Brown watched from the side of the stage. Isn't it a great play? Lucy asked. It's all wrong, Charlie Brown told her. Let's face it, we all know that Christmas is a big commercial racket, Lucy said. But Charlie Brown was determined. Well, this is one play that's not going to be commercial. He finally understood the meaning of Christmas. Linus is right. I won't let all this commercialism ruin my Christmas. I'll take this little tree home and decorate it, and I'll show them it really will work in our home. Hark the